Hi everyone. Today we are going to see a drug presentation on epidosin. So I hope everyone will be using these drugs in obstetrics. So let's see the mode of action. So valithamate in epidosin works by inhibiting the action of a chemical substance in the body called acetylcholine. This leads to the relaxation of smooth muscles of the intestines and cervix, thus providing relief from pain. So the main action of epidosin here is relaxation of smooth muscles. So it relaxes the muscles, thus it provides a relief from pain. So to relieve pain, we will be administering this epidosin and also for relaxation of muscles. So the main action is epidosin is a smooth muscle relaxant and is used to manage pain related with muscle spasm and menstruation, that is painful periods. So it acts as a smooth muscle relaxant in case of pain. Let's see what are the uses of epidosin. So it is used in treating pain due to muscle spasm or due to periods dysmenorrhea. It also used in urinary tract and bile stone colic. So in case of UTI, there will be severe pain. Colic pain will be there. So in order to control the pain, we will be administering this epidosin. This medicine is also used for opening of the cervix in the first stage of labor. So the main use of epidosin in the obstetrics is it helps in dilatation of the cervix. So here epidosin in obstetrics is it is known to shorten the first stage of labor, thus avoiding or minimizing cervical dystocia. So cervical dystocia is known as difficult labor. It may lead to prolonged labor. So it is a potent, rapidly acting cholineolytic, spasmolytic and musculotrophic agents. So epidosin in obstetrics is very much useful in case of cervical dystocia in order to dilate the cervix so that the delivery time is shortened. The first stage of labor will be shortened due to the administration of epidosin. So let's see what are the available forms of epidosin. So epidosin is available as a injection and also as a tablet form. So in epidosin injection 1 ml contains 8 mg of valithamate bromide. So epidosin injection 1 ml contains 8 milligram of valithamate bromide. So it is available in an ampule form. Whereas in tablet epidosin contains 10 milligram of valithamate bromide. Okay. So it is available both in injection as well as in tablet form. So injection contains 8 milligram of valithamate bromide, whereas tablet contains 10 milligram of valithamate bromide. So this is the available forms of epidosin. Next is the route of administration. So epidosin injection is administered through intramuscular or intravenous based on the physician order. So epidosin is administered through intramuscular or intravenous based on the physician order. We have to administer this drugs. In case of tablet, we will be administering in oral. So this is about the route of administration. Next, we can see the contraindication where we should not use epidosin. If you are allergic to valithamate or any other ingredients of epidosin injection. If you have any problems with your liver or kidney. In those cases, epidosin is not indicated. If you have glaucoma. So glaucoma is the nerve ending nerve connecting the eye to brain is damaged due to increased pressure. Okay, so the nerve here is affected due to increased intraocular pressure. That is known as glaucoma. So in case of glaucoma, epidosin should not be administered. If you have any intestinal blockage or obstruction, in those cases we should not administer epidosin. If you suffer from a condition called pyloric stenosis, where there is an opening between the stomach and small intestine thickens. So in this case also we should not administer epidosin. If you have ulcerative colitis, a condition that causes inflammation in the digestive tract. So these are some of the cases where we should not administer epidosin. You can see once again, if you are allergic to epidosin, we should not administer. If you have liver or kidney problems, glaucoma, intestinal blockage or obstruction, pyloric stenosis, ulcerative colitis. So in those cases, this epidosin drug is contraindicated. So let's see the side effects of epidosin. So every drug has its side effects. So in case of epidosin, there is chance for dry mouth, flushing of face, constipation, difficulty in swallowing, difficulty in passing urine, rapid heartbeat, blurred vision, glaucoma. Glaucoma, as we have seen already, increased pressure within the eyeball, so the nerve will be affected here. So these are some of the side effects associated with epidosin. So I repeat, there will be chance for dry mouth, flushing of face, constipation, difficulty in swallowing, difficulty in passing urine, rapid heartbeat, blurred vision, and glaucoma. Next, we can see what are the precautions to be taken before administering epidosin. Let's see one by one. If the mother is pregnant, please consult your doctor before using epidosin injection during pregnancy, as there is limited information about its safety in pregnant women. So before taking any drug, we have to consult the doctor whether we can take this drug or not. Okay, we should not take without any advice from the doctor. So if the mother is pregnant, she has to consult the doctor before administration of this drug. Then in case of breastfeeding also, please consult your doctor before using epidosin injection while breastfeeding, as there is limited safety data available. So we can't say what will happen. There is no complete information about this drug with breastfeeding. So if the mother is breastfeeding, she has to consult the doctor before taking this drug. Next, in case of driving, so you may experience blurring of vision. So in the side effect we have seen, there is chance for glaucoma, increased intraocular pressure. So that may leads to blurring of vision. So if the person is taking this epidosin, they should avoid driving. So you may experience blurring of vision as a side effect after receiving epidosin injection. Hence, it is advised to avoid driving if you experience any such side effects. Next, in case of alcohol. Although there is no known interaction with alcohol and epidosin injection, it is essential to consult your physician if you have the habit of consuming alcohol regularly. So these are some of the cases where we should take adequate precautions before taking this drug. That is in case of pregnancy, breastfeeding, during driving, and in case of alcoholism. So let's see what are the other general warnings. Talk to your doctor if you have problems with your heart, liver, or kidney. If you suffer from any eye condition, if you have any intestinal problems, you develop an allergic reaction after using epidosin, you are pregnant, think you may be, or planning a pregnancy, you are breastfeeding. So in those cases, we have to consult a doctor priorly before the administration of the drug. And in case after taking epidosin, if you have any of these problems also, you have to consult the doctor. Okay. So these are some of the general warnings that is given before or after administration of epidosin. Interaction with other medicine. So whenever we take a drug, we have to be very cautious. Okay. That is, we are taking only the particular drug, or we are if you are taking 2 or 3 drugs together, in the sense there will be some interaction with other medicines. So some medicines or this medicine itself can cause the effectiveness of other medicines taken at the same time. So one medicine may interact with the other medicine and it may reduce its effectiveness. Okay, so that may happen with most of the drugs. So we should be very cautious in that. Tell your doctor about all the medicines, supplements or herbals you are currently taking or might take to avoid any possible interaction. So when a doctor administers you any drug, we have to explain the doctor about the medication what we are taking regularly. So the doctor may plan when we have to take the particular drug. Especially if you are taking any medications like atropine, dicyclomine, loperamide, promethazine. So these drugs will interfere in the effectiveness of the drug. So when we are taking any medicine, we should take effective steps, that is by informing the doctor priorly before taking any medicines. Next is the nurse's responsibility. As a nurse, what is our responsibility in taking epidosin? So as a person who is an obstetrics and gynecologist, we have to check the intensity, duration and frequency of uterine contraction. As we have seen already, the action of drug is to helps in dilatation of the cervix. So we have to check the intensity, frequency and uterine contraction, and also monitor the blood pressure, pulse and respiration of the mother, maintain labor progress chart, then check the cervical effacement and dilatation of the cervix through pervaginal examination, so that we can identify how effective the drug is. Notify physician if there is any complication. So these are some of the nurse's responsibility, what we should know about when administering this drug. I think you have understand. We have seen about epidosin, its mode of action, its uses, contraindication, side effects, what are the precautions we have to take, and the nurse's responsibility. Hope you have understood. Thank you everyone.